رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم اجعل أعمالنا خالصة لوجهك ولا تجعل فيها حظا لغيرك آمين يا رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We start off with the praises of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all praise due to Him, and we ask of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send salutations on our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once again for allowing us to wake up this morning, alhamdulillah. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of Iman. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing us to be part and parcel of the ummah of our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of eyesight, for being able to hear, for being able to breathe, for being able to speak, for the heart that beats, for the blood that runs through the veins. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our lungs that are working perfectly, alhamdulillah. And again I remind myself and yourselves of the beautiful dua that our beloved Prophet makes when he wakes up in the morning by saying Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana, all praise due to the one that has granted us life ba'dama amatana, after giving us what is known as the minor death, sleep. Wa ilayhi nushur, and to Him is our return. May our return to Him be a beautiful one. May our journey to Him be a beautiful one. May our return to Him be one that is pleasing to Him. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. We find ourselves in the month of Sha'ban, the blessed month, the sacred month of Rajab has passed us. It has come and it is gone. And there are 4 months that are sacred, as we know, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that when He created the heavens and the earth, that He placed within it 12 months, and 4 of them sacred. Minha arba'atun hurum, 4 of them were sacred. Rajab was one of those months that was sacred. And it was very important that we understood Rajab to be a sacred month in our preparation towards a greater month, and that is the month of Ramadan. We find that the scholars would often speak about planting the seeds in the month of Rajab, and then watering that seed in the month of Sha'ban, and then hoping to see the fruits in the month of Ramadan. What was meant by planting the seed? What is meant by planting the seed? When the scholars say planting the seed in the month of Rajab, what is meant by that? And then watering it in the month of Sha'ban. Sorry? Start preparing for Ramadan. So basically it is the heart inclining. The heart inclining towards this great month that is about to come. What is the month of Ramadan about? Shahr Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. It is the month in which the Quran, the Holy Quran has been revealed, the ultimate guidance, the final form of guidance. So whilst for 9 months, 10 months we've been busy with certain things, when the month of Rajab comes, it was to change the focus a little bit. Okay, so there's something that's about to happen. There's a big event. It's a month in which the Quran has been revealed, so the heart starts to incline, and that is planting the seed. We take the first step towards the month of Ramadan, having certain objectives. What is it that I wish to achieve in the month of Ramadan? And it is very important that we prepare ourselves well for this month, because the month is going to come and the month is going to go, and we might not have achieved anything. The objective of the month, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that perhaps you may attain taqwa. So the inclination of the heart had to happen in the month of Rajab. And now in Sha'ban we start watering that inclination, meaning we start putting certain things in place that is going to assist us in the month of Ramadan. We know that for so many years Ramadan has come and Ramadan has gone, and have we seen the necessary effects of Ramadan out of the month of Ramadan? The month of Ramadan comes and the Quran comes out, and so many people finish much more than what they've achieved in any other time. Ramadan is a blessed month. You finish a khatam, you do certain things and so on and so forth. But if there was no proper preparation before Ramadan, when Ramadan ends, then everything ends as well. So we still have a month of prep. We have a month of working towards a very stable, a stable condition, in the sense that this is a thing that we need to ask ourselves: what do I wish to see after the month of Ramadan? Because Ramadan is not the goal in itself. It is a means to a goal. When Rasulullah passed on, and then a lot of Sahaba, they just went crazy, they couldn't handle it. So now Umar says, whoever sees the Prophet died, I'm going to chop his head off. Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, he comes in, he kisses the forehead of Rasulullah, and then he goes to the masjid and he makes a sermon. And he says, Man kana ya'budu Muhammadan, fa'inna Muhammadan qad mat. Whoever has worshipped Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, for indeed Prophet Muhammad has passed on. وَمَنْ كَانَ يَعْبُدُ اللَّهِ, but whoever has worshipped Allah, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ حَيٍّ, Allah is still alive, لَا يَمُوتُ, He will never pass on. So I say the same thing for the month of Ramadan. مَنْ كَانَ يَعْبُدُ Ramadan, whoever worships the month of Ramadan, so the month of Ramadan is going to pass. وَمَنْ كَانَ يَعْبُدُ اللَّهِ, whoever worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ever loving. And it's very important because we know what happens after the month of Ramadan. We go into the same state that we were in. If you were in a good state, if you were in something consistent, you're consistently reciting Quran, for example, even it's a little bit. Month of Ramadan you boost a bit because you want to finish certain objectives, certain goals. I want to finish 10 juz, 15 juz, 20 juz, I want to finish a khatam. So you boost a little bit. But out of Ramadan, if you were consistently reciting before Ramadan, then you will go back onto that. Maybe a little bit more, because in Ramadan you excel a little bit. And many other actions, same like Hajj. Hajj is such an opportunity, it is a life-changing opportunity. But if you didn't prepare your environment and prepare yourself for when coming back from Hajj, then you go back into the same environment. You go back and you become the same person that you were before the Hajj, subhanAllah. So they say Hajj starts at home, not when you start when you stand on the plains of Arafah. Because so many people have gone on Hajj, but when they come back into the same environment. If you didn't prepare a beautiful environment for you to come, if you didn't put certain practices in place before going on Hajj, then you go back to that. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen us so that we see the fruits of the objective, fruits of the journey. The journey should, out of the month or after Hajj, we should see it. So we use this month, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us to use this month of Sha'ban in such a way that we see the fruits in Ramadan. More importantly, we see the fruits out of Ramadan. It's a beautiful dua, and we'll start now inshallah. It's a beautiful dua that we make. It says, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab. Oh Allah, bless us in the month of Rajab. Wa Sha'ban, bless us in the month of Sha'ban. Wa ballighna Ramadan, grant us to see the month of Ramadan. We'll notice that this dua, asking for barakah, it's not barakah for something specific, it's general. Oh Allah, bless us. So what blessings are we asking for? What blessings are we asking for in Rajab? We made the dua like whole month, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban wa ballighna. What blessings are we looking for? What blessings are we looking for when we make that dua? Sorry? Health. Okay, nice. What else? Goodness. What kind of goodness? Sorry? Oh, forgiveness. What else? Rizq. What else? Umar, long life. So the beauty of this dua is that it is not specific and rather it is general. Meaning that, Ya Allah, whatever it is that I need to excel in the month of Ramadan, grant me that. If it means that I need an increase in my wealth in this next 2 months, that I don't need to focus so much on my wealth, then grant it to me. If it means that there's certain things that I'm still struggling with, I'm still struggling to get off certain things that might cause me to have a watery Ramadan, a watery Ramadan, then assist me, grant me barakah in staying away from that. Oh Allah, if there's certain things that I have set my mind on, certain goals, then grant me barakah in achieving those things. For 2 months you're asking for that, subhanAllah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the dua, and may we see the month of Ramadan. So the important point I wanted to make is the month of Rajab is gone, and 1 month left before Ramadan. May we put in necessary steps to see the month of Ramadan in a beautiful way. But more importantly, just take a moment and ask yourself, what do I hope to see after the month of Ramadan? Write that down. I want you to do that for homework. The next time I see you might only be in Ramadan because of our new setup. We're going to have 1 weekend of holiday, and then Mohamed will be on for 2 weekends, and then I might only see you in Ramadan. So what do you want to see yourself as after Ramadan? And picture it, visualize it, see it, and then write it down. After writing it down, so I picture myself, okay, I'm reciting Quran, or I'm a particular way, I'm in a particular physical, spiritual state, I'm in a particular closeness to my Creator, whatever it is that you wish to see after Ramadan, write that down. Okay, so that's the one step. And then number 2, what steps am I going to put in place to achieve it? What steps am I going to put in place when I achieve it? The guys are the ones that are the most forgetful, and they're the ones that are not writing. Come on guys, we're not saying. I'm going to ask you when I come back, oh, forgot about it, I don't know what else. Scream! Unless your wives are all here, and your wives are writing for you, then you have an excuse. Because I know your wife is going to be on your case. If your wife is not here, you need to be writing. So number 1, what is it that I wish to see myself as after the month of Ramadan? The month of Ramadan does what it does. Wallahi, I'm going to mention this, just one example, and we have to start. We don't have a screen, so I don't really like doing it without having the visuals, but okay, we're going to have to continue with our Nahwu without the visuals. There was a time that I was traveling via train to my studies. So every day you get on the same carriage and you see the same people. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Get on the carriage, you see the same people. Okay, you get on, you see there's a group of guys there, there's a group of girls here, and you just greet them. Get on next day, greet them, get on next day. Month of Ramadan comes, this group of ladies all got scarves on. I'm like, Inna lillahi, this people's Muslim. And wallahi, I didn't know. There was absolutely no sign of Islam anywhere that I could, that was an indication, and they didn't greet me, Assalamu alaikum. There was no indication that they were Muslim. I didn't know they were Muslim, and I'm not speaking bad about them, I'm just saying that was my interaction. I got on the train, I said next day, in Ramadan, everyone had scarves on. I was like, subhanallah, and mashallah, the beauty of Ramadan. And then a week later, and then slowly, and then that's the end of it. What I'm trying to say is, if there's no preparation for that, you're only going to go back into the state that you were. So what is it that you want to see after the month of Ramadan? And then you need to write that down, you need to visualize it. And then number 2, what steps am I going to put in place to see the fruits of that, inshallah. Khair. Okay, so alhamdulillah, we've covered some work regarding our Nahwu. Last week we did the Mawsuf Sifa concept. Alhamdulillah, got some good feedback that some of the students are starting to understand it a bit better. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only open up for us, inshallah, make it easy for us to understand what we are doing, so that we can better understand His word, so that we can better have a connection to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that we may be guided by His words. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So the Mawsuf Sifa concept is complete. We're supposed to do the mudafun ilayh. Before we do that, there's one of the concepts that I didn't do, and I would like to do that first before we go into the mudafun ilayh, and that is mabni and mu'rab. Mabni and mu'rab. Do you remember what this is? What is mabni words? Words that? Yes, the hal does, not the hal, but rather the state, the encasing will not change. The hal can change, it can be in one of the 3 hals, but you won't see any change in the encasing. So for example, the word waladun. Waladun is a mu'rab word, its encasing does change. So you can get waladun, you can get waladan, you can get waladin. This is an example of a mu'rab word. Then an example of a mabni word, huwa. Huwa is a mabni word. It is spelled like that, it stays like that, no matter what hal it's in. It stays huwa. Huwa can't become huwi or woo. It stays huwa. Even it's in halatul jar, it's going to stay huwa. It's fixed like that. So there are 3 categories of mabni words. 3 categories of mabni words. Who knows what the 3 categories of mabni words are? There are three categories of mabni words. Who knows what the three categories of mabni words are? Sorry? Nice. Asma'ul Ishara, that's one. Give an example of Asma'ul Ishara. What is Asma'ul Ishara? Hada, hadihi, nice. And then what's the other one? Asma'ul Mawsula, lovely. And the last one? The pronouns, Dama'ir. Did everyone understand what we just said now? Good word there. Okay, so Asma'ul Ishara. Ishara means to indicate. There's certain nouns, Asma, Ism, Asma, plural, Ism, Asma, nouns that are Ishara, indicate. So there are 6. Hada, Hadihi, Haulai. This masculine, this feminine, and these things. Then Dhalika, that, Tilka, and Ulaika, those things. Okay, you done that before? Okay, everyone knows that. So that's the one category of mabni words. There are 3 categories. You know these 3 categories? You're familiar with it. You just need to jog the memory. Sorry? Yeah, especially memory, no problem. So that's why I like to have the visuals. I can show you. So these are the 3 categories of mabni words. Hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. Hada, hadihi, haulai. Hada is close. Okay. Hada, this here, masculine. Hadihi, this here, feminine. Haulai, these things over here, close. Then the other 3 that's in the same category, Asma'ul Ishara, to indicate dhalika, that masculine. Tilka, that feminine, and ulaika, those things over there, that is feminine. So you need to know this. Hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. Again, hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. Hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. Hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. I'm going to say the Arabic, you do the translation. Hada, hadihi, haulai, these things. Dhalika, tilka, ulaika. This masculine, this feminine, these things, close, these. Haulai, dhalika, masculine. Tilka, that feminine. Ulaika, lovely. Okay, so now hada, listen carefully, you need to memorize it now. Hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. You got it? You got it? Everyone got it? Hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. Again, hada, hadihi, haulai, dhalika, tilka, ulaika. Say it to your friend. Don't say it to me, say it to your friend. Okay, everyone said it to the friend once, twice, thrice, 3 times. Okay, now for our Fard Kifaya. Males, I need someone to say it for me, please. Yes, uncle, you look very eager to say Bismillah. MashaAllah, Ahsanta, excellent, Allah subhanAllah accept. Ladies, who's going to be courageous enough to give us the 6 asma, plural of nouns, asma, al-ishara, indicative, you're pointing to something, hada, this, that, and so on and so forth. Yes. Ni Amali, one person. MashaAllah, Ahsanti. Allah subhanahu accept, Allah place barakah, khair, and open up for you inshallah. For all those that's going to be eager to participate, I'm going to make a lot of dua for you. I hope that's going to encourage you to participate inshallah. Okay, so these first 6, these are what is known as asma al-ishara. Ishara means to indicate, indicative nouns. Okay, those things that you're indicating with this, these things, that, those things. These 6 words are one of the categories that are mabni. Under all circumstances, they're not going to change. Hada will stay hada forever. Hadihi will stay hadi forever. Haula'i. Even though it has a kasra, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's in halat jar. Do you know what that means? Yes, okay. I just need to make sure that everyone's on par. So this word can be in halat nasb, even though it doesn't have the fatha. It has a kasra. It is built like that. Excellent. Okay, so can we go on to the next set? Yes, question. Yes. Yes. Hadani can become hadaini, and hatani can become hataini. So now it's not mabni words. It's not mabni. It can change. What Mawlana Khalil specifically did, even with, I don't know if you did it like that as well, but with the scale, the soft scale, he took out the dual. What do you say so? It will be fa'ala, fa'alu. No? And then now again, it's difficult to do it like that. But okay, just memorize it like that, so it must be easy for you inshallah. But he left out the dual because it's not often that the dual is used in the Holy Quran. But specifically where these words are concerned, so hadaini or hadani, that can change to hadaini, so it's not mabni. But you get the dual of what you're speaking about. So I spoke about the singular, and then I spoke about the plural. Hada this, haulai. Tilka and dhalika, that, ulaika. But I left out the dual form, but there is a dual form, just for interest's sake. I don't want to make things too technical or so, just make it, nice and easy. Everyone understood the asma'ul ishara? You with me? Okay. Another question? Demonstrative pronouns, possibly. I know it is indicative, but demonstrative, to demonstrate something, yes. So that would be a synonym for indicative nouns. Is that what it's mentioned in the book? Okay, so then I use the synonym for demonstrative nouns. Okay, khair. So you can use indicative or demonstrative. Yes, demonstrative. To demonstrate. Good. Okay, so the next one is the conjunctive nouns. Asma'ul Mawsula. What do you have it in your book as? The uncle had mentioned now the demonstrative nouns. What do you have as Asma'ul Mawsula? Don't have anything therefore?
We don't take anything in the books.
And what about the printing notes? Yes. Okay. So conjunctive nouns is basically the thing that joins 1, 2 words or joins a sentence. So the one who, alladhi, it's connecting it to something else. So there's going to be 4 that we're going to be mentioning specifically. Alladhi means that which or the one who. Alladhi means that which or the one who. You can use it interchangeably. Like huwa. Huwa can mean, sorry, he or it. Likewise, alladhi can be the one who or that which. If you're referring to a person, then it's the one who. If you're referring to a object, then it is that which. Then you have the feminine version of it, the female version of it, allati. So it's alladhi, allati. Then you have the plural, and again we're leaving out the dual. You have alladhina, those who, and allai, allai, allai. So we're only restricting ourselves to the four. We're not doing the dual. And then there's another, for the feminine version, there's two forms. There's two forms. When it comes to females, it's always technical. So two. No, I'm only joking. Allai. So it's alif, lam, alif. Alif, lam, alif. Allah. And then the hamza that comes on the ya, and then the ya next to it as well. Alif, lam, and there's a shadda on the lam. Alif, lam, shadda, then another alif, and then a hamza next to it with the ya. Allah, e. And then the other version of the other version, the other feminine version. Who knows what it is? Allati, mashallah, allati. You can add that, or you can leave it out. I just want the four. Alladhi, allati, alladhina, allai, and the one who says allati gets extra to us. So let's say it. Alladhi, allati, alladhina, allai, alladhi, allati, alladhina, allai, alladhi, allati, alladhina, allai, and the other one is allati. So alladhi is the one who, or that which. Allati is feminine of that, the one who or that which. Alladhina, those who, and allai or allati, those who. So I'm going to give the Arabic, you give me the translation. Alladhi, the one who or that which. Allati, that's the feminine version. Alladhina, masculine or feminine? Masculine. Allai, those who, that is feminine. And then allati. Translate for me the one who, masculine. Alladhi, the one who, feminine. Those who, masculine. Alladhina, allai. Okay, I was supposed to give you the English, I gave you the Arabic. Okay, so it's four. You can add the extra one. And then I want you to say it to your partner, make sure that you both know it. Say it one at a time, make sure you know it. Alladhi, allati, alladhina, and allai. Assalamualaikum. Okay.
So I think they were, that's why they're not giving such nice responses, because
Okay. Okay. It was just mentioned that you didn't get notes on these. You wrote it down. So there was a lesson on it. There was a lesson. Okay, so that's fine. Sorry? Okay. Yes. Okay. Inshallah. Okay, so it was mentioned that you weren't given notes of this. The lesson was, however, done, and some made physical notes, but we can make this available. I think these slides are on the. It is on the website. If not, we'll ask Sister Zreen to upload it again, and then you can get these notes. But what the Asma'ul Ishara, Hada, Hadi, Haulai, do you have the notes of that? You got that in book form, in the book. And the second one that I'm mentioning now, you don't have that. Okay, so Okay, khair. So we will have it uploaded, and I am doing it now. So for those who wish to write it down, you can write it down. So it's Asma'ul Mawsula. Mawsula means conjunctive nouns, basically connecting. And then it's only 4 that we discuss, and then the one extra. Alladhi, allati, alladhina, allai. Everyone got that? Okay. Did you say it to your friend? Okay. So
What is the noun that follows the Ismul Mawsula, or the noun that follows the Ismul Ishara?
the noun that follows the Ismul Mawsula and the noun that follows the Ismul Ishara. When we do, yeah, so one of the things we do, it's going to come in different forms, it's going to come in context, because number one, for example, you're going to have your sentence with your mubtada and your khabar, and you can have one of these with something else and it forms a sentence. Also, you're going to have the murakkab, I don't want to get too technical, the murakkab ishari. So the murakkab ishari is when you use the asma'ul ishara, but it's a murakkab, it's not a jumla, it's not a sentence. You understand? So it's going to be in the context, it can be either musharun ilay connected to this, or it can be the khabar. For whoever didn't understand it, it's fine. You don't understand. I'm just answering the uncle's question. But does uncle understand what I'm saying? So it can be different depending on the context. If it's a jumla, it's going to be the khabar. If it is the one of the murakkabs, which we're still going to do, musharun ilay, then you're using the ism of ishara with the musharun ilay.
So the Mawsula also be like Mawsula ilay?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The mawsula doesn't have a murakkab. The one with the ishara has a murakkab. Okay, whoever didn't know what I said, that's fine. I want one of the guys to give us the conjunctive nouns quickly. Bismillah. And then you can decide amongst yourselves and the ladies who's ready. Bismillah. The 4 nouns that I mentioned now. Alladhi, allati. Excellent. Who are the ladies? Not the same person? Allati, mashallah. I see I'm going to make special du'as for those that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them barakah, khair, all that is good. Open up their minds to the studies. May it be a means of Jannah. May Allah grant them the highest place in Jannah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. You don't want to be part of it. You don't want the du'as. Du'as of the teachers important. So it's up to you. Okay, khair. So the last category, we have 2 categories. What are the 2 categories that we did so far? Asma'ul Ishara and Asma'ul Mawsula. So the last category of mabni words, there are only 3 categories of mabni words, is the dama'ir. Dama'ir is the plural of damir. Damir is a pronoun.